check. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Happy Tuesday to all of you guys out there. We're gonna do a little something different on this particular live stream, man. We're gonna go ahead and check out something new that just dropped today. I'm excited. Most people are not, you know what I'm saying, they won't be excited about it because they just don't understand. Most people are gonna be, you know what I'm saying, very opinionated about it. But, you know what I'm saying, that's why we as humans have the, you know what I'm saying, the ability to be opinionated about certain things or whatnot, man. But without further ado, man, you know what I'm saying, shout out to UAD, man. They finally has opened up UAD Spark for Windows and stuff like that. That's what this that's what this live stream is going to be all about today, is talking about UAD and Spark for Windows or whatnot, man. I've been waiting on this for a while. I really thought they was going to come out with the Windows version when they first announced this news, but they actually had different plans. And they wanted to come out with the Mac version or whatnot. And I guess they beta testing with Mac kind of, you know what I'm saying, paid off for us Mac users and subscription sales and, you know what I'm saying, subscribers and all that other stuff. So now here we are, September 27th, you know what I'm saying, as of 2:00 today, Central Standard Time, UAD Spark Windows was released. So we're going to talk about, you know what I'm saying, how you can get it, what it do and stuff like that. We won't go into each plugin because you get a 14-day free trial with this. So you can go and you can explore for yourself. And I'm quite sure that, you know what I'm saying, there's another YouTuber out there, including myself, that's probably have some past videos talking about each specific plugin that's in the subscription bundle as well, man. So we're not going to get into the plugins as far as what they do, how they do, and how they sound. We're going to get in just talking about the topic of UAD Spark for Windows and stuff like that, man. And you know what I'm saying, and is it worth it? Is it worth the subscription or whatnot, man? So that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you're looking for any type of music production videos from me today, it ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and skip. But before you skip, man, go ahead and make sure you fast forward to this live stream on the back end. Like this video and also subscribe to the channel as well, man, as we upload videos and also give you live streams like this right here, man. So let's get on the topic of hand and stuff like that, man. UAD Spark, you know, again, they dropped the Windows version today. It's been a highly anticipated UAD item that's been waiting on for a while. I think the UAD Spark Mac version, I want to say it came out a little bit over a year ago. And, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Windows users that have UAD hardware, such as the Universal Audio Apollo USB version, we've been waiting for this, man. And the reason why this has been a weighted version is because the way UAD is structured and set up. You know what I'm saying? In order to use their plugins, okay? And I think a lot of people get confused about what UAD is, and they'll go and spend all this goddamn money, and they don't understand it until after they spent the money because somebody at Guitar Center sold them some shit and they didn't explain it well. Well, if you buy like a UAD interface before Spark, if you bought a UAD interface, whether it be the Apollo X8, you know, one of the rack mount units or one of the little tabletop units, even the Arrow or the Apollo Solo, whatever, the plugins that they have bundled in there, you can use them with your DAW. That's not a problem. You know what I'm saying? You can use those plugins. That's not a problem. They're VST2. It's all good until you unhook that interface and then you can't use those plugins. That's always been the issue because those plugins are based on a DSP processing along with the corresponding audio interface that UAD makes. And that's always sparked a debate, you know what I'm saying, in the music community world, that the users of, you know, UAD products or whatnot, you know, you spend a lot of money getting a UAD interface. You love the sound of it, but then you can't utilize the plugins natively, which means you can't utilize the plugins without the interface connected to your computer. You know what I'm saying? So that's always been a problem. You know what I'm saying? As far as the plugin is concerned, it's been A1. You know what I'm saying? Some of their plugins are just, they're really good. You know what I'm saying? They're really, really good. or whatnot. But the downfall, again, you know, saying you have to have your interface somewhere near your computer to be interfaced with. So you had some people that had the rack mount version, and you had some people that had the Apollo version. You had some people that had both, just so they can take advantage of the plugins or whatnot. Until, you know, saying later on, you know, saying in the past, they talked about this UAD Spark. You know, saying it was going to be native. You know, what I'm saying you can use it without the interface and everything like that, and that was pretty cool. You know, and but they came out with their Mac version. But the cool part about it is it gives you a VST3 you know, saying version of the plugin to be used natively with any DAW that you utilize. And you know, saying I think that is super cool. You know, saying especially if you have invested a lot with UAD, buying the interface, buying extra plugins and stuff like that. Some of their plugins are not cheap. For one plugin, average price $199. You understand what I'm saying? And you have to rely on those holiday sales. You have to rely on those mid-year sales and stuff like that, the holiday special sales and all of that other stuff, just so you can, you know, saying get a UAD plugin here, get a UAD plugin there, because it has a unique sonic character to their plugins and stuff like that. So, you know, for them to release the Spark version is really cool. Now, far as the subscription base, a lot of people are very iffy and touchy about the subscription base of any company. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't believe in the subscription base and stuff like that. To each its own. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a debatable situation with that. It's like, I understand people don't understand subscription, right? But the same people that don't understand subscription when it comes to products that help them further their career, help them further their income, passive income, if that's what you're doing and stuff like that, you the same person that has Amazon Prime to buy what you want to get there faster. You're the same person that has Netflix to watch what you want to watch, and you only watch maybe 2 shows off of Netflix. Now, Netflix has a whole variety of comedy, drama, thriller, you know what I'm saying, documentaries, laughter, horror. They got all these different, you know what I'm saying, movies. But then you're paying XX.99 and you're not utilizing all of it. I'm just saying. So, you know what I'm saying, I hate when our music community sit up there, they bitch moan and complain about subscription. Well, you know what I'm saying, subscriptions come in different varieties and sizes and stuff like that. You can get a lower tier subscription, or you can get the higher tier subscription, or you can get something in the middle. But you can't sit up there bitch about, you know what I'm saying, a subscription model because, you know, it's not in your favor or whatnot. And respectively, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, for real. Because I had somebody comment on one of my community posts or whatnot. And, you know what I'm saying, I just kind of kindly explained to them, it's like, you know what I'm saying, certain subscription models work for certain people. It's not to force feed you a product. It works for certain people and stuff like that, you know. And the whole basis of a subscription model is for you to try it on a timely basis. And if the option is there for you to, you know what I'm saying, decommit from that subscription, then decommit. Just know that you can't use that product anymore. So you kind of get dependent on the product, so to speak, but you don't own it. And that's fine. With something like a digital tool, like a digital product, like a plugin, for example, it's a digital product. You know what I'm saying? You can't really take that bitch out the goddamn computer. So to say you own that motherfucker, and, you know, you could tuck it off in the closet and collect dust. You understand what I'm saying? That's something that you gotta keep on a file. You gotta keep it on a hard drive, and hopefully you don't lose the motherfucker unless you got like a goddamn third application where you can download it again. You understand what I'm saying? And you know, people gonna say that about a subscription-based model and stuff like that. That's what they have. You know what I'm saying? $19.99 monthly, and I think they got a yearly fee or whatnot. I can't remember the price on the yearly fee, but the monthly fee is $19.99 and stuff like that. And you don't get everything UAD has to offer. And there's probably a reason why they're doing that. And I don't know the answers. I don't work for UAD or anything like that. And they sure in the hell ain't contact my black ass. So I'm just saying, The probably reason why they doing a subscription base is, number one, they don't want to put all of their development dollars and R&D dollars into, just going all out and making everything goddamn, natively, VST3 natively, for as the plugin is concerned. It could be many factors to that. The time to take their coding, how they build a plugin and make it VST3 format, and then your cheap ass don't buy into the subscription model. I'm just saying, that's one reason. Another reason could be is that it takes time and effort to convert everything over from DSP processing way of things when they build their plugins and make it more reliable for the Windows and Mac format and stuff like that. We all know if you own a Mac OS system, it's always updating. Windows, once they get an update for as like a Windows 11, it's going to be stable for about, 3-4 years, and then they'll come out with another one, and then they got to, redo that coding and everything. It could be many different technical situations or whatnot. It could be that they just want to test the market, because maybe, this is brand new to them, and they have never had any problems with having to get into the plugin market. And they're kind of scared as a company. We're going to put all this time. We got to hire, a team of 10 people in order to manage this native product of UAD plugins. And that may take away from my company. We don't know. I don't work for goddamn UAD. But I'm saying is, stop complaining about subscriptions. It's here to stay, people. We subscribe to the most dumbest shit ever. And then when something comes along and it's not fitting your needs, you want to bitch, want to complain. I just wanted to address that out there. Anybody out there or whatnot, it is a subscription base. You don't get everything. You get some of the most probably, and here it is right here. The products that we about to review is probably one of the most sought out, the most by sales, probably the most sold plugins on their lineup, the most popular and stuff like that, and probably easiest to code. We don't know, but these were, I'm quite sure they were selected for a reason, and stuff like that to put on their subscription model and market out there. And it's just a trial and error. I guarantee you, after, I'll say probably at the end of 2023 or going into 2023 here soon, you're gonna have more products from the UAD line get added to that subscription bundle. I guarantee you that and stuff like that. But then again, that just shows people just really don't have patience when it comes to technology, because we want it down and stuff like that. I act like that the same way, because God knows I was checking that goddamn email all this morning. Stuff like that when I got the email yesterday at 5:00 and stuff like that. But the whole point of it is, though, man, is that you don't get everything with UAD. Half of UAD stuff is not even, really curated by UAD themselves. Most of the products they have on there is from Brainworks. Brainworks, which is Plugin Alliance, they got their own subscription model going on over here, and they doing really, really, really good, very successful, and got some good sound to their plugins. They just want to expand their market and get on that UAD platform for its DSP processing. Hey, we're gonna share technology with y'all guys and stuff like that. So, UAD really, that's like a conflict of interest. How you gonna put somebody else's product onto your subscription model when they got their own subscription model? So you're not gonna get everything. That's just off the bat. Let's clear the air on that. But you're probably gonna get some stuff that's gonna be coming down the pipeline, such as the Manly products, such as the Avalon 737 preamp channel strip or whatnot. What else UAD makes? They're probably gonna come down with the doggone precision plugins and stuff like that. So UAD has a lot they make for themselves. They're probably gonna start adding to that lineup, but they just want to see what the subscription model is talking about. So enough of that yip yap about what UAD Spark is, explaining why they have a subscription model, and everything like that. Because if they wanted to sell the plugin, all they had to do was just basically make a VST3 version, put it right there underneath that holiday sale, and you download the DSP version and the native version, and they're gonna take your money double the time anyway. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I mean, they got to make a profit margin at some point. They got to get an ROI, and you just got to understand business at the end of the day, man. So, yeah, that's my rant on that one right there. But that's just explaining what UAD Spark is, because I think a lot of people are starting to see it and they're trying to compare it to other subscription models. This one is kind of unique, but the same as others. They're a little bit late to the game, but hey, man, forgive them on that, man. They never had to hurt for anything, and that's just what that is, man. So what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna open up Ableton Live here. And what we're going to do is take a look at UAD Spark and what comes with it. All right. So first thing off the bat, you know, when you go to the website and or you got the email, they say, hey, here's Spark, click here or whatnot. You're going to have to download this thing called UA Connect. All right. Now, this is a basically kind of like an offline, not an offline. It's an application that's going to go on your computer, and you're going to have to create an account if you don't already have one. If you already have one, that means you have bought into the UAD platform already. That means you bought an interface, number one, and number two, you probably bought some plugins. Just saying. Or you got a microphone now, or whatever else UAD has to offer or whatnot. You may have one of their compressors, one of their EQs, whatever you got, UAD product, you already have an account. But in this case, though, you will have the ability to download UA Connect. This is going to be that bridge for you to log in, verify that, you know, you're an account user. Then number two, download the products that come into this Spark bundle, which is 4 instruments, and I think you get let's count it because it ain't that much, but you get the 1176 Classic Limiter collection, so that's the 1176 compressor collection, which is 3 plugins, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then you get 3 plugins with the Teletronics LA2A leveler collection, which is the La2A collection. So that's 3 right there. So that's like 17 plugins. As far as audio effects is concerned. So what you do is you download everything. Once you download everything, you got to have an iLok account, if I'm not mistaken. It asks me, I already have an iLok account for other digital tools such as, plugins or whatnot. And so I was forced to log into my iLok account. It verified my iLok account so it can approve the licenses through, UA Connect and the plugins themselves. So I'm assuming that you have to have an iLok account in order to use UAD Spark plugins and stuff like that. So it can be verified and you don't have to carry around some type of dongle or whatever, putting in the password or something like that. And another situation that kind of like probably made UAD kind of like go behind the times on this is because of piracy. Granted, you got some people out there that can crack a plugin at any given notice and stuff like that. So in order to protect their product, there probably had to be some extra precautionary measures done on the Windows side of things in order to protect their product. So one way to do that, I've been seeing a lot of plugin manufacturers do this, is have a separate application. You log into there, you download the product, and then it gets there's a license that gets deposited into your iLok account. So that's like a 3-factor authentication process. Let me get that word out. Authentication process to make sure that, there's no piracy going on there or whatnot. So here it is right here though. UA Connect, you can download all your plugins. And again, they're VST3 format. I talked about this on one live stream in the past. VST2, well, let's be more specific on that. VST 2.4 is the latest version of VST2, and that's starting to phase out on a lot of different DAWs and programs or whatnot. It's just an older file extension for plugins. and it's starting to become unreliable and unstable with most applications. So the VST3 format has been around for some time, but it's still new. And a lot of companies are starting to phase out their VST2 extensions and converting everything over to VST3 only. So this particular product is VST3 only. The UAD plugins that go and work with the hardware, as far as the DSP plugins, those are VST 2.4. Okay, but let's say, for instance, you got a program like Ableton Live, and let's say the next update, Ableton Live version 12, they did away with VST 2. They only got VST 3. UAD now is going to have to somehow see how this all going to tie in. UAD at some point is going to have to make the VST3 version for the DSP Apollo interfaces. I'm losing my train of thought. For the UAD Apollo interfaces. So this ain't nothing but a test case scenario with this UAD Spark situation. It's to test the VST3 format with a few selected plugins that me and you are paying for on a monthly basis. So that way, when all of these other DAWs, Studio One, Ableton Live, Reason, Pro Tools, Logic, Bitwig, goddamn Digital Performer, and such and Reaper, you know what I'm saying? All them goddamn programs, at some point it's gonna be VST3 only. But you already got the ball moving, you're already ahead of the game, and guess what? You're getting paid to do so from your subscribers. And it ain't nothing but going in there, changing a couple of things there. Take about 3-4 months to do all of that on your DSP plugins, and bam, VST3 version. Download the UAD installer situation for your hardware, and boom, there it is. Then everything, all them plugins that you done paid for, now it's VST3, and you can do away with your subscription because you're on a monthly situation. See how all that makes sense? So people be complaining for no reason. They don't really think things out. Maybe that's just me and my nerdiness. Hey, it's all good though, man. But I really do think that UAD Spark is a test drive for them starting to phase out the VST2 versions of the DSP plugins for the UAD hardware. Okay, that's just my opinion. Again, I don't work for UAD, so don't carry my opinion on that. I don't carry weight on that. But I really think the UAD Spark is a bridge. It's a test case scenario, both Mac and Windows, to handle how their plugin is going to handle VST3 format. All right. And we're just going to test some things. We're going to look at a couple of things, and we're going to be in and out. All right. So that's that. You need UA Connect. I'm sorry. Did I say it? Yeah. You need Universal Audio Connect software in order to download these plugins, get them installed on your computer, have iLock, get the license deposit in your iLock, and you're good to go. All right. So once you do that, you know what I'm saying? Blase. You have it, rescan your plugins in your DAW, just like that. It worked real smooth, real simple. What I'm telling you is verbatim. That's just how it is. That part right there, I like the installation part. It made it sweet and simple. Slate Digital, they have a independent software or application where you have to download all your plugins, install it, you're good to go. Same thing with Plugin Alliance. They have the same thing. SoftTube, they have the same thing. Wave Central, they have the same thing. See how all this starting to make sense? At some point, UAD was going to have to start catching up. Here we are. It is 2023. Fourth quarter. They just now catching up. You feel me? Give them a little play, man. Give them a little play. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here or whatnot. And I already know I'm going to get butchered in the comments about how I'm explaining it or whatnot. But it's all good, though, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving it from a different tape. All right. So once you have the your DAW pulled up and it does the rescanning of your VST3 plugins, such as Ableton Live, for example, what you'll do is go to your VST3 folder. That's wherever it is on your computer. It should be on your common files, C drive, program files, common files, VST3. Boom, there it is. And you'll see this folder right here that'll automatically pop up and it'll say Universal Audio UADx. All right. I don't understand what the UADx mean, but hey, it's I guess a name for the plugin or whatnot. You crack that open and all your plugins is going to be there. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to pop up both of them. Excuse me. We're going to pop up each plugin and look at stability issues. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, how long it takes for the plugin to load up. This is their first time out the gate natively, so we want to kind of look at those things. If you in the tech shit, if you're not in there, man, feel free to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Check out a couple of videos like this video right here, and you know what I'm saying, I appreciate you for rolling through the channel. But we're gonna do the, you know, gonna do the techie stuff today, man. All right, cool deal. So here we are in Ableton Live, and stuff like that. We have UADx native plugins pulled up and everything like that. So what we're going to do first is load up a 1176 Rev A compressor. Now this particular compressor bundle, and you can see on my screen right there that iLok Cloud just became active. It just basically said, hey, we have a license for that plugin. You're free to use it. All right. So this plugin right here is very, very, as far as the collection is concerned, the 1176 collection is concerned, is a bestseller from UAD plugins is concerned or whatnot. But again, you had to have the interface to use this. Okay, if you spend, let's say for instance, $199 for 3 compressor plugins, but you have to have the interface. But let's say for instance, you're traveling, you got limited bags, you can't bring your interface with you, then you shit out of luck. And then not only that, you have sessions and you have, like, let's say all your vocal tracks have this particular compressor on there, but your client is in another city and y'all need that becomes the issue. Now you got to use the knockoff like Waves, which is it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Now you have to use another type of 1176 compressor just so y'all can get the work done. Then when you come back home, you got to open up the old version. See how difficult that is when you could just have the native version and bam, here we go. You know what I'm saying? You done paid $199. That $200 now is starting to become a return on investment. Not really though, because you're doing a subscription base, but they're getting there. The cool part about it is, and I failed to mention this earlier, is that when you have bought, let's say for instance, the 1176 collection, the Law 2A collection, the API Vision Strip, and any other plugins that is on this list, if you already bought it, guess what? You get the native version absolutely free. All you have to do is go into the UAD Connect application and download that plugin free. So basically, if you don't want to do the subscription model anymore, you Gucci. You already paid for it. That's what, see what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? They already thought about you or whatnot. So, you know what I'm saying? If the subscription model is not for you, and you own a little bit of plugins here and there and here, say for instance, the 1176 collection, you already bought it before today's date, you get the native version for free. I like that right there. And that was very mindful of UAD. So kudos to them on that. But this is the plugin right here. You see that it loaded up real quick. You turn some knobs here and there. There's no lag time. The graphics on it are really, really cool. Actually, they're better than the doggone DSP version, which is VST2. The graphics are a little bit more snappier. They're a little bit more crisper and vivid. If you want to be on the tech stuff. So everything that I'm pushing here that I'm used to doing with the DSP version is straight. When you hit the preset box right here, you have a separate preset box come here and you can choose all your presets right there. That's pretty cool. Of course, you have a copy, just like it is, you know what I'm saying, with the with the DSP version. So I like that. Everything looks exactly the same. Okay. All right. We're going to go through all of these. We're going to put up the AE version. All right. Now you see it's grayed out. It had to go through the iLok process. All right. So that may be a little bug right there. I didn't see that happen on the Rev A, but on the AE version, I guess it was grayed out because we didn't, you know, it's doing the iLok situation and whatnot. Again, knobs, I'm moving my mouse. You see the cursor, you see the knob. So the response is very, what's up? Boom, 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 and boom. All right. I like that right there. Clicking on the logo, ain't nothing happening. Clicking on the logo, clicking here, nothing. Same thing, preset box, scroll through your plugins. See how I click it? I'm fast. I'm just going through those plugins just like that. Now, on average, I'm looking at the processing power in Ableton Live. Just with this, you know what I'm saying, this beat playing in the background. So let's turn this beat up real quick. All right, let's talk about that for a second. All right, so with the plugin being on a track and the session running, when let's say for instance, with this plugin and the track running, it was, you know what I'm saying, idling at about 7%. When I turn this plugin off, now Ableton Live is showing, you know what I'm saying, give or take 4%. So this is basically kind of like a 3% on average, 3% DSP load for as the native version or whatnot. So basically it's using around about 3% of processor power natively on your computer. On my computer, I can't speak for yours, but on my computer it's using about 3% processing power on that. So that's pretty good right there as well. Now I'm quite sure it's going to differ and it's going to vary with the reverbs that they have in here, with the tape machines that they have in here. So we'll see. Before as the, you know, saying the compressor standpoint, and these are best sellers on the UAD website. You can go on the UAD website right now. These got like over 1,000 reviews and stuff like that. These are best sellers. So I will for sure now be using this shit a lot. I love using all of their 1176 compressors on vocals, drum tracks, individual drum tracks, and you know, since sometimes on synths and stuff like that. But it's pretty good. Graphics, I'm quite sure is going to be the same. Response, button response, everything like that. It's smooth, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. No cap. It's smooth. Let's go and check out the API 2500 compressor right here. You see it's doing this iLock thing. I don't know what's up with the blurriness, you know what I'm saying, happening right there. But I'm quite sure it's authorizing and whatnot. So we got the API 2500. I demoed this once. I just never had the chance to buy it. You know what I'm saying? And now it's on that subscription base. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, you can do the free trial. We're not going to see how it sound or nothing like that. I'm just looking at the response for as, you know what I'm saying, what's going on natively with it. Again, we're moving the mouse, all the controls. There's no play in it or whatnot. I'm quite sure they had some great beta testers out there. Clicking on these real fast as if you were working, you know what I'm saying, on a time limit or whatnot for as in your session. Everything is responding click for click. The graphics on it are very responsive. Needles are very responsive. Nothing off right there. Turn on and off right there. And presets, again, this looked like a standard feature on all of their plugins as far as that preset box popping out. So that's a good thing. Copy your preset and then you can always paste it on, you know, saying another. Let's say, for instance, you copy what you did here, make some changes there, paste it back, boom, be good. They probably at some point in an update is going to make this a AB version. I don't understand the copy and then where else you're going to paste it for. I'm just saying. So I'm not a beta tester, but I'm quite sure that's going to be something that's going to be brought up in the forums directly to UAD. Hey, you need an AB button. That way you don't have to copy and paste. All right. Cool. And we got a little question box right here. So let's see what this is. You get some documentation. So that's good. Oh. Hey, how's it going? Okay. All right. Hold on a second. So when you hit that question mark box, you'll see a little play button right here. And what happens is you can get a link for documentation, which is good. You know what I'm saying? It helps you understand what you're doing as far as the manual. And then also there's when you go back there, you have a play button and it'll redirect you to a video here right there. All right. Which is, looks like some older video, but it's from UAD's YouTube channel. Just to help you out if you're new to this type of, you know what I'm saying, plug-in, you don't know what an API is. You don't know how to work it. It definitely it'll help you out. So that's good. I like that that feature right there with the help button. All right, cool deal. We're gonna keep that motherfucking moving. We're gonna go here. We have a vision strip, which is probably one of my favorite plugins. And one of the first plugins I bought on the UAD platform when I bought my interface. I'm trying to get rid of that 2500 compressor there. All right, so this was one of the first plugins I bought from UAD. And that was the legacy version, not the new up-to-date version. I bought my interface in 2016, Apollo USB version, and Apollo Twin USB version. And this is one of the first ones I bought for tracking purposes. And this plugin is the GOAT, like for real. I love the aggressive sound, the upfront mid range that this plugin gives out, and stuff like that. So I know this plugin very, very well. As far as that gain, line gain, the filters are awesome. Not too big on the compressor. The gate is exceptionally useful. That's why I bought it. Because I didn't have a hardware gate. Now I do have that. I have one now, as you can tell on right there. That's the gate right there. But the gate for as the software version, by far, I loved it. And the EQs need to say less. You already know about the API. I had the chance to work with API EQs in an actual studio. Love the sound of it. I had to get it, man. So that's it right there. Whatnot. Fader. I mean, everything is on point. I am operating off of I'm operating off of a 2K screen on my laptop. So the the graphics on my end natively on my laptop are very, very superb. I mean, it looks far better than the DSP version or the VST2 version and whatnot. Again, all the buttons are very, very responsive. I can't say more. Looks like this plugin is not on. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Let's see here. There we go. All right. So the lights are popping up right there. All right, cool deal. So everything looks pretty good. Same situation, documentation, video, and yeah, that's pretty good. I'm loving it so far. All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna open up each one of them just to stability checks and everything like that. Because the title of this video is this shit worth it? All right, so we have a little chorus guitar pedal specifically with UAD. Look like some of their technology. I never used this, never demoed it. So it looks pretty cool. Buttons move, you know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? Got a little button here, vibrato or chorus. And you can get the normal or affected version, power on and off button. Everything works pretty good. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. All right, so this particular processor right here is a echo machine, tape echo machine. This is kind of based off of the rolling tape echo machine or whatnot. I expect, this to draw up a lot more PC usage as far as your processing is concerned. But idling, this is looking pretty good. I mean, we're under 5% and able to live. Let me hit play. Shit, we barely scratching the surface at 5%. As far as the processing power standpoint is concerned, I'm very impressed. Very impressed. I haven't been a plugin yet to exceed 7%. All right. Only the 1176 compressor has exceeded that 77% functionality on the processing side. So I thought this was going to be a little CPU hungry. Shit. It's scratching the surface with everything playing at 5%. Yeah, I mean it's hitting right there at 5%, man. That's fucking awesome. I like that. Turning everything looks good. Knobs, nothing lanky, janky about it. I mean, when they did what they did what they did, bro. And I'm super stoked about this. Yeah, so that's pretty good right there. That's the Galaxy Tape Echo. All right, now this one is very, very a rare plugin. This one is kind of like new to the UAD plugin platform right here. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me get some. All right. What we got going on here is this is what they call the Hitsville EQ. This comes in a stereo version as well. I think we're in a looks like we're in a mono version. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're in the right one. We're in the standard EQ. And the mastering version of this EQ is gonna come up here pretty soon. But this is a 7-band EQ. If I went to math class correctly, yes, it's 7 bands. And I haven't demoed this plugin either, so look like the graphics are on point. Now I did have a knockoff version of this back in the gap, back like in 2008 or 9. I don't know if you guys. There's gonna be a lot of my old heads that been in the music game for a minute. Nomad Factory. They used to make some great plugins back in the early 2000s. Nomad Factory. They had their own version of the basically the Motown EQ or whatnot. And now you have a couple other plugin makers. I think like Blackbird, if I'm not mistaken, Blackbird plugin manufacturer. I think they have their own version of the Motown EQ or whatnot. But this is pretty cool right here. Just turning some parameters here. Everything looks good. Ain't nothing too much to say about it right there. If you want to learn more about this particular plugin and what it does, boom, there it is. Hit the video, hit your documentation. You can read about it, and that's it. All right. So from a stability standpoint, a stability standpoint, everything, I mean, working as advertised. Can't complain on that one. All right, cool. We're gonna go to the mastering grade version of the Hitsville EQ, aka Motown EQ. All right, cool deal. So this is the mastering version. Basically it's set up in the left right for a stereo is concerned, or you could do mid-side programming. I'm trying to figure out how would you do the mid-side. Oh, here's the switch right here. So you can go down the left and right, or you flip up that switch and you go to mid-side. You can turn on and off. You can adjust the independent volumes on far as the right side is concerned. And you have some filters here. You can link these together, or you can unlink to operate each knob and switch independently. And you got to on and off for each channel. All right, cool. So that's basically it. Everything is looking like is working by advertised. So you start at 0. Boom, there it is. If you want to cut, it's basically it should have a cut situation, y'all. Nope. Oh yeah, you do. You can peak, boost is peak, dip is cut. All right. So dip meaning negative on the parameter. So let's say for instance, on this particular band, you have it at 4. That means 4 plus or 4 dB boost. Dip is going to be a -4 dB cut, or a dip is what they call it. All right, cool deal, man. So everything looks as advertised. We're going to go down to, I know for sure, these particular plugins, I ain't going to even cap on this one. If you have the DSP version and you have your, let's say your Apollo Twin, regardless if it's USB version or the Thunderbolt version, this uses a hell of a lot DSP power. I ain't gonna even lie to you. You're gonna at least use about a good, I want to say about 28%, if not 30, 32, somewhere around that ballpark. Right now, idling, it's at about 6-7% in Ableton Live. We're gonna go ahead and hit play and see what's up. All right, it's hitting at 8%. So you get a little bit more than you do with the 1176 plugins, but this bad boy, which is the oldest version of the La2A from Teletronics, it's capping out at 8% with just that one instance of this on. So that's letting me know, just a sidebar conversation, that's letting me know that it's giving me an outlook of how many plugins you can use per track with this particular format, which is pretty awesome. All right. Same thing here. Same exact processing. It's sitting right there at 8%. So that is pretty cool as well. You got your gain knobs right there. Everything move. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. The response is immaculate, bro. I ain't gonna even cap. It is immaculate. Silver version as well. This is more the faster version. Oh. Alrighty. Yeah. No need to say. All right. So now we're getting into a heavy hitter. We got a reverb coming up, a Lexicon 224 digital reverb. I'm going to see what that processing power is going to be. Dropping it on this track right now as an insert on a track. And it's doing the same thing with the La 2A, idling around about 6%. Let's go ahead and choose a preset. All right. And let's see what happens with these hi-hats. So this is capping out at about 7% in Ableton Live. Yeah, that's pretty goddamn good right there. So that, okay, we got a little drop down situation here. All right, cool. So everything works as advertised. Sliding sliding the faders, and the response on this this little red screen here, it really looks like a goddamn alarm clock in real life on my display right here. Pressing on the buttons. I mean, I have tried a lot of plugins out there, and some of these plugins graphical user interface, which is the GUI, looks like it's kind of like it has, if you're into camera and you understand frames per second, a lot of these other plugins look like they're hovering, and they're kind of like their graphical interface is like, as far as the graphics interaction, when you press a button here, turn the knob there, it's like 24 frames per second. This is giving me 60 frames per second vibes because it's very sharp, crisp, and detailed. But I like it, and it responds very, 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 very well. Very precise. All right, cool. We're going to go ahead and X out of that one. We got a synthesizer here, and I did not want to do that. So let me wait to bring up the instruments. I'm going to go ahead and undo that. So I hit the undo button by mistakenly loading up this particular instrument onto this particular MIDI track. Undo, no problems, no hiccups, no anything. We're going to go to another DSP hungry plugin from the DSP side of things, and that's this Neve 1073. And now this one is idling right now, going in between 7 to 8%. All right, so this one got a little juice on it. All right, let's go ahead and hit play and see what happens. All right, so this one right here, it got up around 9% because I started moving this this preamp, this line amp right here. All right, cool. It capped out, so it's kind of going in between. It hit 10% and then it goes off, and then it kind of hovers and goes back and forth between 8 to 9% here in Ableton Live. So this by far has been the CPU hunger master right here, I like to call it. So that's still good. That's still in the average ballpark of most plugins that are really, really good, that have emulations at that. Yeah, that's awesome. that this one is it's still under 10% far as computer processing is concerned on a Windows machine here in Ableton Live. All right, cool. Far as again the movement on these knobs, precise. No, yeah, shit. I can't call it. I cannot call it. Cool. I like that one right there, man. Let's go ahead and cut that. We got a few more. I'm gonna go to some Pultex. All right, so we got the Pultec EQ, the 1A, and then let's pull up this one right here, which is the this is the filter, and I'm gonna pull up all three of them so we can act like we got like one module, and then we're gonna pull up the mid part of the Pultex, which is the Meek 5. All right, cool. So that's kind of like how it would look if it was all one unit. And right now, with all three of these plugins on one track actively, idling right now is about in between 9 to 11%. Okay, that's awesome. All right, let's go ahead and hit play and see what we got. All right, I'll start turning some knobs just so I can get some activity out of the processing. And again, you know what I'm saying? Just because we got 3 plugins going on, we got some movement on the knobs live as I was playing it. We did not cap above 12%. So it kind of hovered in between 10% and 12% while the music was playing. So again, that many resources on one track, I was expecting 15 to 20. It kept it under 12%. I like that. That's awesome right there, man. So yeah, we're gonna keep that bad boy moving. We're gonna go to another plugin right here. We got a reverb coming up. All right, I'm just waiting for a reverb to be like just ridiculous type of processing for as CPU usage, but I mean shit, god damn, it's handling it very, very well. Now I never used this plugin, never demoed it before. So we moving some things right now with the sequencer playing. I mean, it's holding steady at 6%, no fluctuation. That's awesome. We turn it off. Now Ableton Live is hovering or going back and forth between 4 to 5%. Turn the plugin on, is at a solid steady 6%. That's amazing. So you can utilize some very, very good reverb plugins from UAD native extension now via UAD Spark, and you know what I'm saying, you not taxing anything. You're not using up a lot of DSP resources and everything. So this is again a really, really good footprint for UAD right now. All right, now we got a tape machine coming up here. Really curious to what this is gonna do, and how it's gonna tax that CPU. Let's see what's going on. We got the Studer A800 tape machine. This is one of the highly sought, y'all like how I said that, right? The highly sought plugins from UAD. Sounds really, really good on more of a master bus. So let's go ahead and take out this individual track and let's put this on more of a master track. Ooh. Ooh, y'all hear that? I know we weren't supposed to do some sound demos, but you hear how it coming, right? I just threw this shit on here, man. You can change your different tape heads. Yeah, I think I found a new friend for some 808s. This bad boy right here. I had this plugin going right now. I don't know if you guys was paying attention. You probably can't see that CPU meter up there in the top right corner of Ableton Live, but it was hovering anywhere between 7 to 8% while the music was playing, and we have this on the master track. So you know what that's telling me? For all of us people that love to have tape, that tape sound on your master track or your sub mix or whatnot, you will be able to do so utilizing this Studer A800 tape machine right here, and not have to worry about your computer just blanking out because it's it's like 30% CPU usage. Very low. Come on now, talk to me now, UAD. What's going on? What kind of sauce did y'all put on these plugins, bro? All right, so now we're going to more something individual source based. I'm gonna go ahead and put this chorus on the hi-hat. You see I'm swapping plugins in and out. You see how fast they're loading up. That's really, really good. All right, again, this plugin is running at about 6% steady. All right, cool. So yeah, it's running at 6% steady. Just pressing on some stuff right there. Very low CPU usage. So we're averaging around about 8% on all of these plugins that Spark is offering. I'm very mind blowing. I really wasn't expecting this on the low CPU usage part of things, but yeah. All right. Now we loaded up an instrument, so I didn't want to do that. So what we're going to do now is check out some instruments from UAD Spark. So let me go ahead and plug this keyboard in real quick. And let me mute my camera just for a second. All right, cool deal. So we let's go ahead and load up a couple of instruments. It's 4 instruments, only did 3. The reason why is because of this right here. Let me see if I can pull that up for you guys. The Rave piano, I think that's what it's called, the Raven piano. Its content library was bananas. 9.6 gigs. I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I don't need a grand piano that bad. I got some good pianos. Shout out to Alicia Keys' contact library. But I don't need a piano that bad to take up 10 gigs of hard drive space. And you can stay right there where you at. But we will check out the organ. We'll check out this Morphin synth and this Moog mini synth, mini Moog synth right here. You know what I'm saying? No instruments to cry about, like, yeah, this is the holy grail. But you get an organ. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. Ooh, I like that. That's what I look for in the organ. That right there on the keys. All right, cool. Like the response on it. You got your draw bars. You got your Leslie knob right there. You got this other stuff that I don't know shit about with an organ. Okay, cool. So this instrument right now, because it's the instrument, it's the VST instrument, of course. Right now it's idling with nothing going on at about 13-14%. If we hit play, all right, so with my beat playing and everything, it got up to 17% with this instrument on. So that's really good. Oh, I didn't see this. Okay, so you got the organ, but if you don't want to use the organ and you just want to use the Leslie rotary effect, if you click on the rotary knob, you get just the rotary effect. I think. I don't know. You may be able to make changes. Let's see. No, it's just not the effect by itself. So I stand corrected on that. But then again, let's test a theory here. I want to see. Let me see something here. What we're gonna do is take that. Nah, it's gonna replace it. Okay, so it's just a section. It's just a section on the key on the organ itself where you can, you know what I'm saying, you can make some specific changes to the Leslie organ itself. Look like the microphones are there to stay. Oh, you can change out different microphones. Okay. You can move the placement of the microphones. Okay. We have a condenser mic right here. So we're going to choose this 2U67. Boom, there it is. Let's see if we can move this little floor stand right here. Y'all see that little floor stand mic? Okay, so we moved it off center. This is on center. This is a XY setup. And this is a left-right setup. Okay. And then you can choose the balance between the bottom mic, which is getting the rotary right there. And then you got the horn up here. Okay. I like that. Yeah, you got some very good some options where you can kind of fine-tune your organ sound. So that's dope. But this plug-in, again, it's kind of like any other VST instrument out there, such as, you know, like the Chord Triton, for example. It's using the same type of CPU usage around that 13% mark, whatnot. Cool. I like that, man. We got the morphing synth here. All right. Now, I haven't played around with this because at one point it was Mac only. And you can only utilize it with Luna as well. And just a side note, UAD did say that Luna is not in the roadmap currently to be released under Windows. So it won't be a full-fledged DAW they'll be pushing. And you got to think about this. Having a DAW is that, I mean, on the technological side, trying to support that is in a whole different field. So I can understand why they're not even trying to force it on the Windows side of things and whatnot. So Luna is not coming to Windows anytime soon. So you can X that out your memory until they make some type of announcement for that. But this is the morphing synthesizer. We didn't go through any presets with the organ because, I mean, ain't really too much you could choose with an organ. But with the synthesizer, definitely there's different presets that can fluctuate the CPU usage. So let's go ahead and play around with some presets here. We ain't got no sound because we got something solo. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Some standard sound there, no reverb, no nothing, just bare ass synth. Now let's go ahead and choose a preset here. All right, so the preset box does not pop out on this one. It kind of expands the width of the synthesizer. And now what we're going to do, we're going to choose like a shit. All right, I'm going to choose a horn sound. The fuck they go? Okay, they got fucking horns in here. All right, let's load up something here. Oh, now we got some reverb. All right. So we got some horns here. Let's see here. Let's go to a lead sound. Okay, there we go. So as I'm playing around with this, the idling far as the CPU usage in Ableton Live is about the same, around that 11%, 12% percentile. And this one, on this particular patch, it's hovering around about 8-9%. So it depends on, what preset you have chosen in this morphing synthesizer right here. All right. And you got a display of different wavetables in here as well. I like the layout of this particular synthesizer. Everything is vertical left to right. So you have your isolators on 1, 2, and 3. You have a mixer section for the isolators. You have a filter section. Look like you got filter 1 and filter 2 with a little bit of filter some filter modulation right here in the middle. Then you have some LFO right here, and then you have some more segmented segment. It says multi-seg 1 and 2. Look like speed. Okay, so segmented speed right here, and then you got some output effects right here. I'm quite sure that's probably reverb and delay. Pan knob, and then you have a volume. Very straightforward interface as far as the graphic user interface is concerned. Very straightforward, low CPU usage. This particular patch got it up to 12%, 13% hovering. Let's go and get something a little bit more synth heavy, like a pad, for example. And we'll skip on to the next one. Oh, now we got some juice, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this motherfucker right here jumped up from goddamn 12% to motherfucking 35. You feel me? All right, yeah. So right now, this bad boy is idling at about 35%. I told y'all this is going to be this synthesizer was going to fluctuate on your CPU. So by far, I knew I had to get something that was CPU heavy. Most of the times, pads, polysynths, lead sounds, strings, something that's it has a lot of polyphonic voices and stuff like that. They're gonna tax your goddamn CPU, and here we are at 35%. So let's hit play and see what happens. All right, so it maxed out at about 36, 37%. And only because we're using a pad sound and stuff like that, which is probably very I don't know. I don't know. It went from the little nominally sounds that we had with the lead and the other sound, and when we picked out a pad, hey, here we go at 30%. So it just depends on the patch that you use, but this is typical from a very, very high polyphonic voice count or whatnot. So I'm very very, very confident and not surprised where we sitting at with that. But that's suspected, so no worries on that. Last but not least, man, we're gonna check out the Moog Mini Moog synth. All right, you can get this synth in different formats. There's a lot of companies that have made emulations of this. Such as Arturia is probably one of the first ones to do this, in my opinion. But now you see the Moog brand stamped on here, you know what I'm saying? So A company like UAD, and they're gonna collaborate with somebody, it's gonna be with that somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be their own assumption of, you know what I'm saying, the coding and the emulation. They're gonna work hand in hand with that particular plugin maker. And we got the Moog right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, unlike the Arturia version, it has to pop out, you know what I'm saying, situations or whatnot, but I don't see anything that pops out. I think everything is kind of residing right here at the bottom. So let's choose a couple of presets here. Again, the preset menu pops out on the left side of the plugin. And I'm just gonna go ahead and hit lead. Let's see what we got here. Cool deal, man. So, you know, just something typical from a mini Moog synthesizer. This particular patch is operating around about 11-12%. Let's get rid of that lead and let's go to something more taxi. All right, we're gonna do the best of. And you're probably not going to get a lot of CPU usage out of here just due to the oscillators and how a mini Moog operates. So I'm choosing these different presets out of the best of category, and I haven't seen anything go past 12-13%. All right, so that's it, man. I mean, you're not gonna squeeze too much polyphonic type of stuff out of this particular this synthesizer right here. And of course, we have the mini Moog operating, but you forgot that on this red track right here. Oh, we got rid of it. Never mind. Yeah. So that's it, man. Yeah. Let's do this. While we talking, man, what I'm gonna do is throw that mastering plugin on the master section right here, and let's just do one live demonstration. All right, let's see what's up. All right, cool deal, man. So that's the EQ right there. You turn the EQ off. And I know that's a little overkill. All right, cool deal, man. So I have that master and EQ plugin on the master track, and yeah. That's it, man. So let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, man. So that was a little rundown of, you know, saying what the plugins do, far as, you know, not what they do specifically, because you can, you know, catch a video probably from UAD's YouTube channel or someone that already reviewed these plugins, because these plugins have been around the block for a minute, but definitely far as a stability standpoint, I can't find no wrongs, bro. Like, for real. I can't find no wrongs, none at all, because they load up real fast. When you turn the picture off, or let's say you get rid of the GUI, see how quick that goes off? See how quick it comes up? That's stability right there on your system. This thing is super, super fast. The knobs, the GUI interaction is very accurate and very, very, very responsive. Very, very responsive. I can't find no faults with that, man. the look of it is immaculate. So if you have like one of those 2K screens with 165 refresh rate, you're gonna love these. Hey man, I have to give A on these plugins. Straight up, you know what I'm saying? UAD Spark has did something, and I think this is going to be a very, 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 very bright future for the UAD Spark platform subscription model. Sure, I say. I heavily believe that more plugins going to come to this particular platform. I'm quite sure that some of their precision, their mixed precision plugins, I think that's what it is, the black plugins that UAD has or whatnot. I think it's called the Precision Collection or whatnot. I'm quite sure those are coming really, really soon. I'm quite sure that the doggone Avalon, the Manly, you know what I'm saying, some of the API stuff that they have, some more of the Neve plugins that UAD has been famous for. It's a lot of plugins that UAD has really curated from the DSP side aspect of it that's going to come to this platform. And judging off of it, and probably let a week pass and everybody start giving their YouTube videos out, their takes, their reviews. I'm quite sure they got a team, a third-party team out there checking everything on the internet. If you come across this video, hey, you got my cosign right here, man. Start working on some more shit. For real, start working on some more plugins. Put it underneath this UAD Spark for $20. You know your stock gonna grow. You feel me? And you don't have to carry around interface. Yet alone, you don't have to invest $500, $600, $1,200, $1,600. Sometimes what, up to $2,000 on an interface just to take advantage of the UAD plugin experience, so to speak, or whatnot, man. So I think this is a real big win on both sides, as a user, customer, and then as a developer. I think both sides marry each other together for the subscription model, what you're gonna get in the future and what you get right now, and the flexibility of the use of it, for us not having that interface. I think this is a win-win situation on both parties and stuff like that. Do I think it's worth it? You motherfucking right it is. Hey, your ass paid $20 just to go to goddamn Subway to get a goddamn sandwich, a drink, and some chips and a cookie. I'm just saying, bro. You can do the same thing too for something that can make you passive income. It can get your music project out there, make it sound good. You know what I'm saying? So I see a lot of return on investment with this. Especially if you're a mixing engineer and you heavily rely on your UAD plugins. Some of the best sellers, again, are in this UAD Spark collection. It's not the ones that we love to have in here, but I'm quite sure it's coming, man. I think this is just the beta phase of this particular model for us. The subscription is pertaining, and I think there's a very, very good outcome to this. But hey, you spend your money wisely, spend it on stuff that you need. But do know that, you know what I'm saying, Waves has a subscription model. Plugin Alliance has a subscription model. I'm not exactly sure if Softtube does, but you can get on there via Gobbler. Mick DSP has a subscription model. Who else out there? There's a lot of plugins makers are now starting to go to this subscription model, so you as the user can take advantage of some of their tools. What's tools, man? A good carpenter always gonna have tools, right? You know what I'm saying? What's the difference between a person that work in construction and they got a truck full of tools because they want to make sure that they got tools to make sure they can get the job done and don't have to, you know what I'm saying, go here and get this and delay the job. They missed something here or that. So like I said, man, utilize your funds correctly. That's the disclaimer. But more importantly, make it make sense to you. If this ain't for you and you don't use UAD and you don't know what the hell UAD is, don't buy into the subscription model. Just because I'm here doing a video doesn't mean it's for you as the producer, as the engineer, or the artist. If you don't understand, you know, what an EQ is, and you don't understand what some of the brands are on the plugin, you new to UAD, what's this hype about UAD Spark, then it ain't for you. But if you understand the backstory of UAD, You understand when UAD used to be just on a computer PCI card slot for the old desktops back in the Gap, and they had that DSP technology on that, and then they went to the interface side of things. You understand why this is a good footprint for the company UAD to go forward in. But if you one of these new beat slickers, I like to call them, like a city slicker, you a beat slicker, or you an engineer slicker, and you just start getting into the music during the pandemic phase, then keep your comments to yourself respectfully and stuff like that, because you don't understand how long this has been waiting for. This has been years requested in the making and stuff like that, man. So shout out to UAD Spark, and you know what I'm saying, hopefully they have a very bright future in this particular platform, man. All right, cool. So that's my take on that, man. And is it worth it? You goddamn right it is, man. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get in that bag, man. Spend that $20. And if you ain't got the $20 to spend during the month, then don't fuck with it, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when it's that time, definitely fuck with it, man. Until the next time, man, this has been your boy Super Mario, man. If you like what you like, go ahead and lay the like on this video, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you even getting to this point right here, man. So salute to you at the same time. And feel free to subscribe to this channel anytime we upload any type of videos, live stream, and any other YouTube shorts or community posts that we do here. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to subscribe here, man. And I appreciate you getting to this point and checking out this whole video. Until next time, man, stay creative out there. Check out UAD Spark for Windows. This is a very, very bright future for this company and this footprint that they have and stuff like that. Until next time, man, stay busy out there. Continue to make music. Continue to grind. And as always, man, stay creative, man. This has been your boy Super Mario, man. We out ya. Peace.